But
Hey everyone. Welcome to
19.
Episode 19 of the Comic Boot.
Stuff that we don't talk about before we start recording.
I'm Kaylin.
I'm Cody.
I'm James. You may notice a little bit of sound quality issue. My computer is at Hewlett-Packard as we speak because of internal hard drive. They couldn't fix it Geek Squad.
Which can be translated to James looks up a lot of porn.
You know, that's what phones are for. We've had this conversation.
And I don't want to touch James's phone ever again.
Dude, that's what phones are for real.
I like how
Is that why it's always sticky?
Mm-hmm.
There's just...
That's why I'm always wiping it off.
I don't look at porn.
Fair enough.
I don't look at porn. Nope. He just goes right to the... I just have... That's what my phone's for. That's where I got all this...
Hey, you know, it's better than denying it and saying, no, I don't look at porn, because that's a lie. Everyone, literally everyone.
What was that song back in the day?
Hey,
the internet is for porn?
It's literally or figuratively?
Maybe it's figuratively.
Literally.
Your heart will figuratively break.
No, yeah, so we had to use Cody's phone, and so our intro music's there. We actually did, like, a sound test, but yeah, whatever. It's whatever. So, welcome to the Comic Boot, episode 19. We are going to do some news and notes, and just kind of talk to you guys for this episode today, on Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Yes.
That's when this will come out, is on Valentine's Day.
What
are you doing for Valentine's Day, Kaylin?
Crying.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day, Cody?
I'm so lonely.
Well, working the day with a bunch of screaming kids.
Yeah, because if you don't know, Cody is a daycare person.
Teacher.
Yeah.
I'm currently looking for a better job in the actual teaching field.
There's nothing better. There is no thing better than molding the minds of the young, Cody.
Oh, I know.
You already started them on Power Rangers, so you're doing the Lord's work.
I have them on Power Rangers and superheroes. I'm starting them early.
Yeah, there you go.
Just like the tobacco company.
Oh, yes. I totally have kids that are hooked on Batman.
I thought you were going to go cigarettes.
No. I am not big tobacco.
We got one kid who just loves smack.
Yeah,
we do have a kid who loves smacking other kids.
Not the same thing.
No,
not the same thing.
No, I know.
But probably less damaging in the future.
Definitely.
But yeah, so, okay. And then what are you doing at night, man? You and Morgan going to do something? I'm
going to probably bring her flowers, and we're probably just going to have dinner.
Yeah, well, the good thing she won't listen to this, because that ruins all the surprise.
Yes. Anyways, well, how about you, James? What are you and your lovely wife doing?
Good thing she's never going to hear this. No, my wife actually left today to go to work, so I don't see my wife again until Thursday.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I know, it's like being married and being a bachelor all at the same time. I get the best of both worlds.
It's weird, because you have a kid, so...
I know, so I'm going to have a date with my child, my 10-year-old daughter. She and I are going to go do something for Valentine's Day.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe ice cream or something.
Ice cream?
She's upstairs. I can't say it too loud.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And she listens to these, which is very disheartening. Like, I can't stop her. Like, she goes in her room on her tablet.
How's that disheartening?
Because she told me the other day in the car, she goes, Daddy, I'm really impressed with the fact that you don't cuss as much. But Cody cusses a lot.
Of course she did. Of course.
And then my wife was listening. She goes, maybe you guys should change your format where that's concerned. I was like, fuck that in front of my child. So, yeah. Hey, I'm not going to tell people how to talk. That's fucking fascist as shit. Not going to happen.
And the cussing is back.
We also did not really plan for children to listen to this.
No, that's why I put explicit on every single episode. There's a giant E on it.
You do.
Anyway, I want to do some corrections from last week. Last week we talked about Black History Month, and through some research for our topic for Thursday, I found that we misspoke whenever we said Black Panther was the first African American in comics with
Or just African.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, we're conditioned. I said it last week. We're conditioned to say African American. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it's different for Black Panther because he's actually African.
All right, so he is the first black superhero.
Yeah, I don't like how you're saying black.
Black Falcon, come in.
Don't
I'm
be
Green
such a
Falcon.
Don't be so Black Falcon about it.
So he's the first. Quote. I'm using air quotes. Well, it's no reason to use air quotes. Whatever.
He was the first. We said that he was the first black superhero, but it turns out a very, very little known fact is that the first black superhero was actually Lobo.
But not DC Lobo.
No, he was owned by Dell Comics at the time.
Yeah, I forgot to look up and see if he was actually, if that's the same character or if it's just the same name. But a Lobo in 1965 Dell Comics put out a comic book, Lobo #1, and he's the first African American. I can say that because he's a cowboy
In America.
to headline his own comic book. Of course, which led me down the rabbit hole of finding out other firsts. And so the other firsts, the first Asian mainstream superhero was Shang-Chi, and that was Special Marvel Comics number 15, and that was in 1973. And then, ironically, but sadly, we didn't have our first interracial kiss until Mashula and Carmela Frost in 1975. Amazing Adventures number 31.
Is that a Marvel title?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So, to give you some reference on Dell Comics put out 130 issues of Turok, and they also did horror comics like Dracula and Frankenstein.
Turok. Isn't that a video game now?
Yeah, the dinosaur hunter.
The dinosaur thing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Is it this?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, all right then.
So they did 130 issues of Turok back in the day. And then there's some other firsts that we're going to go over. But that is the first female superhero, not Wonder Woman, was a superhero put out by Jungle Comics. Her name is Phantoma, and it was Jungle Comics number 2. And she is widely regarded as the first female superhero. And that was in 1940.
And I think Wonder Woman was a year later?
A
couple years later? Yeah.
43 maybe? I don't know. And then
it might have been 44 because I know that's when a lot of the really patriotic superheroes started coming about, and of course she had back then she had the Star Spangled Skirt, knee-length skirt.
Well, yeah, but that was, if you go back to lore, that was for respect of Steve Rogers' home country or whatever, to show respect towards
Steve
her home
Trevor?
Steve Trevor, yeah, not Rogers. But,
yeah,
to show respect for his country.
And
but
that's,
anyway,
and that's still that origin still kind of carries over. Because
the animated, what was it?
Yeah, the animated Wonder Woman movie. Her mom gave her the armor, and she said it has been adorned with the colors of your country as a sign of respect or a sign of peace. So that still carries on. Yeah,
and so this week also we had some big news. Not as much as we had last week, but Doctor Strange is going to be set to release at the end of this month on the 28th.
Yes,
right?
February 28th, Doctor Strange will.
And that's a Blu-ray release, right? Because I think we can get it digitally now. You can buy it digitally.
You can buy it. You could probably buy it digitally now because they usually release the digital
couple weeks
copies
before.
a couple weeks before.
And what a better Valentine's Day gift than to give your loved one a Doctor Strange digital
I will
copy.
most likely buy the Best Buy one because it comes in this boss-ass looking steelbook.
Yeah.
And I would probably get that for collector's value.
Well, it's the same price as the normal ones typically when they first come out.
Oh, yeah, but still, I mean, it's like a Best Buy exclusive thing.
Thingamajig?
Yeah. And it looks shiny.
It's shiny.
Infinity shiny thing.
Yeah. Well, we'll go over this here in a minute. Matt Reeves was officially named the director of the Batman movie.
And it's just called The Batman.
The Batman, like the animated series of the Batman, the super stylized one that you like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do that with the characters. They already did it with Joker, super stylized. And
that's not stylized. That's like Juggalo.
What is a Juggalo? So go back. Matt Reeves. If you don't know who Matt Reeves is, Matt Reeves has directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and directed War of the Planet of the Apes, which is coming out later this year, and also directed
Cloverfield,
which I'm the only person in the world that apparently likes that movie, but I love Cloverfield.
I haven't heard a lot of people say they enjoyed it.
Oh, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought it was great.
I've only seen it once, and that was years ago, so I'll have to watch it again to refresh.
It's why I don't want to watch Hardcore Henry, because I get that first-person vibe Like when T.J. Miller's holding the camera and they're running through the city and stuff. It's all that first person
forgot he was
stuff.
in that movie.
Yeah, it's all that first person stuff that they do.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I love this movie so much that I don't want to watch Hardcore Henry because it's all that first person point of view.
But will it be as shaky?
I don't know, man. It's good, man.
That's the one thing
Cloverfield's good, dude.
That's the one thing I do remember from Cloverfield.
I get
is
done
that
watching
it's
Cloverfield and I'm like, holy shit.
because
like,
a giant bat creature came
well,
out of the...
they were just fucked from the get-go. I mean, there was no way...
Well,
There was no way to...
And now it turns out aliens are involved now in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Well, but it's not a...
It's a continuation.
It's not a continuation.
It's a thematic sequel.
It's not a thematic sequel.
Then what is it?
It says it has nothing to do with it.
When did they ever say that?
They came out and said that.
They did?
After the 10 Cloverfield Lane came out. Yeah, absolutely.
Then why...
It has nothing...
They marketed that thing like it was somehow
The aliens
connected.
look completely different.
Well, I mean, that could have just been like some kind of giant...
I think Matt Reeves came out and said that it has nothing to do with Cloverfield.
Well, that's misleading.
It's not misleading just because you think Cloverfield and Cloverfield are the same thing. It's the address.
If you take Cloverfield, the poster for Cloverfield...
It's just a fucking address.
Okay.
Cloverfield is the monster in Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a goddamn address.
I know.
Cloverfield is the fucking monster in Cloverfield. That's the name of the monster. It's Cloverfield.
Why is it called Cloverfield?
That's its code name.
Yeah, that's the code name.
Codename
They do
Project.
there's a whole manga book dedicated to that about the creation of this monster out in the middle of the ocean that they go through. If you take the time to look at the lore of Cloverfield, I know this is super nerdy of me, but I didn't read the manga, but I did like the Wikipedia searches and then looked up the references because I am a giant fucking nerd. And
You just need a hobby. I didn't like the movie that much. Jesus Christ.
well, and I was curious because my wife saw 10 Cloverfield Lane before I did, and she goes, "You have to see this movie. John Goodman is amazing." And I'm like, I don't know. Is it a continuation of Cloverfield? And that's what I thought too. And so
That's
then
how, like, everyone said it.
right, because of the name Cloverfield. I get that. Dude, I totally get it, but it's not. Has nothing to do with it. They're both aliens, yeah, but 10 Cloverfield Lane is the address of the bunker that
That she
they're in.
was
That's
in.
why
Cloverfield
it's
is...
Cloverfield Lane, though. J.J. Abrams bought it. His Bad Robot Company produced it.
Yeah.
And they tied it in with the Cloverfield name. That's why it's called 10 Cloverfield Lane.
But it's not... It doesn't have anything to do with the monster.
No. Not as far as I'm aware.
So...
But she bravely escaped the evil clutches.
And then drove to San Antonio, wherever the fuck she was driving to, San Antonio.
Houston,
to
I
go,
thought.
yeah, Houston, that's it. I know it was some
But
shitty
if you
city
take the
in
poster of
Texas.
Cloverfield and you mirror it, so you have a mirrored image of the Cloverfield poster in the original, you see the monster in the cloud, in the smoke in the cloud.
Really?
Yeah.
Eh. See, I didn't go that far.
Oh, you just looked up that...
That
there
was
a
on the
fucking
chive.
manga
Thank you
of
very
it?
much.
Like, who else knew that there was a manga of Cloverfield?
True fans.
Oh, God.
Also, this week, Infinity War started production in Atlanta, and they are shooting both of those movies, well, Avengers 4, whatever it is, and
As
Infinity
far as I know,
War.
it's like entitled
They're
Avengers.
filming them back-to-back, and they just started production on that, as well as Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And by us saying Ant-Man and Wasp, we are fully acknowledging that this will be the first...
Well, from what we've calculated out,
No, this is
Disclaimer.
because name the title of a movie. Okay, if we're going by titles of movies,
No, this will be the first Marvel movie to have a female headliner.
right?
After, from what, I mean, my math might be a little off today, but it's what, the
20th.
20th in the line of the Marvel movies, and this is the first one to have
A female
lead.
headline.
And it's beating Captain Marvel by like a year or 6 months.
Yeah, because Captain Marvel comes out 2019.
Yes.
March is what I think you said earlier.
Yeah,
So, like 18
just
months or
under
something, yeah.
just under a year.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, just under a year. So yeah, like 9-10 months, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 20 movies in for Marvel, the MCU. Their gloriosity and everything that they've created, and they can't bother to put out a female lead.
Don't be biased.
Dude, okay, here's the deal, man. They have had every fucking opportunity and an amazing actress in Scarlett Johansson to put out a Black Widow movie. Fans have wanted a Black Widow movie. They could even made a Black Widow Hawkeye movie where they talk about that little mission that they go back and
Budapest?
forth on. Yeah, and they could have done everything to bring that into a film. And Scarlett Johansson wanted it. fucking Jeremy Renner wanted it, and the executives at Disney have, I don't know, just kind of ignored it.